Footage is very dramatic, and it shows the Iranian-backed group landing on the ship. It's called the Galaxy Leader in a helicopter before the crew storms that ship, taking crew members hostage. A Houthi spokesperson says the rebels commandeered the ship because it was owned by an Israeli and warned they view any ships with links to Israel as legitimate military targets. Israel has said the ship is British-owned and Japanese-operated and called the seizure an Iranian act of terror. Iran denies any involvement in that hijacking. Sky's Dominic Waghorn has more on this from Jerusalem.
It is a worrying development and escalation in the war far beyond Gaza, now onto the high seas off the coast of Yemen and Saudi Arabia in the Red Sea. What that gunman was shouting there in the hold of this vehicle carrying vessel, the Galaxy Leader, was God is great, Allah Akbar, and then he shouts death to America, death to Jews, death to Israel, here we are, Gaza. So very explicitly linking this operation, this hijacking operation, with Gaza in the minds of the Yemeni Houthi rebels carrying it out. And then we heard a little later from a Yemeni Houthi spokesman saying that they claim responsibility for this extraordinary act of high seas piracy, not his words, mine, and then also warning any other Israeli-linked shipping could suffer a similar fate. The vessel, the Galaxy Leader, is registered in the Isle of Man, we understand, but it is operated by a Japanese company, but it is owned by a company linked with one of Israel's richest men, a man called Abraham Ramianga, who didn't have anything to say to the Associated Press when asked about this earlier today, but said he was looking into the incident and looking for more information. So it's clearly an Israeli-linked vessel, and this is a dramatic escalation, astonishing pictures. The Houthis are known for a land-based insurgency in Yemen. They're not known for this kind of maritime operation. They've raised their game in that sense, but also in terms of producing almost cinematic quality footage. So they are very proud of this. They've dragged the vessel back to Hodeidah port in Yemen. They're making the most of this. And of course, the key fact here, Mark, of course, is that Houthi rebels are supported, patronised, trained and armed by Iran. Now, the Iranians say that all their allies around the region operate on their own logic and are entitled to do what they want to do. But the fact that an Iranian-backed proxy group in Yemen has hijacked an Israeli-linked vessel is something that will be worrying not just the Israelis but also the Americans, and raises the possibility of this conflict deepening, expanding and becoming even more worrying for the region.